understand that excuse my back, okay. I understand that, we have let you down on the odd occasion, probably more frequently than I would like. But we have identified issues in the company, and as we discussed on the phone call, I'm taking really decisive action to restructure the company. All right, putting in a projectized structure so that all our deficiencies will never occur again. We will make mistakes like everybody does, but it's not going to impact you as the last two projects have. Okay? So I'm keen to hear what you think we can do to retain your custom, yeah? Because I think it's important. We've got a long relationship. And then together with my new director of the PMO, we're going to tell you what we're going to do as well, okay? To make sure that we satisfy the needs going forward.
Thank you. Thank you for the brief. Okay. Yeah, it's been good doing business with your company for the last two decades or so.
Yeah.
We were very impressed with your delivery in project WNX.
Thank you.
However, there were a bit of off track in project Y and Z.
Yes.
Which me and my colleagues and peers have identified several things that we decided in the best interest of the company and you. Well, as we have agreed during the client and contractor interface management that we'll look onto certain things. Yes, we do agree, and we have identified further that some of the things that needed to be reiterated, so that going forward we don't face the same thing and you deliver as per the scope and we don't disappoint our customers.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm very conscious of the fact that we are simply dealing with you, but you've got all your customer base to satisfy.
That's right.
So we have an enormous impact on your success. Okay. So we want to become a partner rather than just a supplier. Okay. We need to form a solid working partnership so that you can rely on us totally. Yeah. So what I'm also going to be looking at is some service level agreements, SLAs, that clearly states on the type of project what we must deliver to you and by when. And that'll become our measurement to you. Okay. Besides the restructure, which we'll talk to you about with the head of my PMO, but that's what I would like to introduce, service level agreements. And that's what it means. We agree on the level of service we are going to provide you. It's not just going to be me talking and promising, it's going to be on paper. That you and I will agree, sit down, you and your team can review, and if you agree, you and I will sign it, and that's the level of service we commit to deliver to you.
That's right. My team and I are very happy to have a service level agreement in place.
Yes.
One of the things that one of the things that we decided, very important, was the communication, which is the reporting.
Yes.
During the client contractor interface management meeting in the first quarter, we've agreed that your team will provide us with 2 weekly basis report to our person contact.
Yes.
But you failed to do that.
Oh.
Your team failed to do that, but we didn't take that as a very serious thing, but we understand your team will still improve on that.
Yes.
But please, you can advise your team members or person who is doing the report to ensure that by 10 a.m. each Monday morning, 2 prior weeks report has to be submitted through Madam Sim's office.
Okay. Well, sorry, as you can see, that service level agreement will cover that. Will cover the communication. So we'll have an agreement in place that everybody will see, and I expect him to adhere to. Okay. Sorry, Brenda.
At some point, we were thinking about like a relationship between the client and the developers, and we found that it's not a good. We know that is like every project is unique, and you have to be like you deliver lots of good project on time within a budget, and at some point we will find that you are changing the team. So because of that, it may be going to cause indirectly to us.
Yeah.
And another thing is that we know that the delivery span is very less.
Yes.
It's very difficult for you to make a relationship with the new team members.
Agreed.
But it's your responsibility. You are a leadership, and you have to fulfill the requirements of stakeholders like we are. We suggest some structure for your improvement in your productivity. Like you have to self-aware. You have to create a self-awareness in your what you are going to deliver us.
Correct.
And when you are going to deliver us,
Yeah.
you are not, for example, if you're providing the requirements and information to you, and you are not focusing on that, you are just focusing on the small picture, and you are going to deliver that. It may be cause us when we deliver that product in a market.
No problem at all. I think you'll be pleased to hear what my plans are to address all of those issues you've just spoken about. I'm aware of what was happening. That's why I'm restructuring the company to meet that demand. Okay? And the new structure you find will address all of those issues for you. You know, there'll be a method of reporting and a process to report, so that you don't necessarily have to rely on the project manager to do that. The project manager will be forwarding the data to the PMO, and you will have one point of contact. Okay? That will be assured. No problem, Ray. Thank you. Yeah.
To add to Paul's point,
Yes.
so since we are hiring you as experts, we need you to be more open and share the knowledge. And since we are having this relationship for over a decade, you need to exceed the expectations.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So
What I'm also thinking about doing is that in coordination with my PMO director, is to upskill your representative for the project. And I think that's something we need to agree on,
Also,
that when you have a project with us, you appoint a project manager from internal organisation. So we have one-on-one discussion. Okay? So we will upskill your staff to be able to understand the environment that we're working and how that relationship will be built. And that will also eliminate most of the miscommunication, misinformation, so that PMO has one point of contact for a particular project. Okay, so no more confusion, no more ambiguity. We are aware of who that person is, they're on the project plan, they're part of the project team, and they will also attend some of the meetings we have to discuss progress on our project. So they'll get first-hand experience as to where we are, rather than waiting for the report, which you will get on time, but you also be part of that team.
Please try to provide true information. Last time you provided the false information, and because of that we.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Because of that, and we face a lot of problems.
I can understand
And
that. Yes.
at the end, we got a delivery of just a cap of the bottle, not a bottle. And
At least you got something. No, you're quite right. That should never occur, and that's the standard we don't want to be associated with. And I will make sure that if that happens again, after all the structure we put in place, that person will no longer be a part of our company. Okay? That's our strictly undertaken issue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm glad to hear that. Because we don't want to build a new relationship with another factories. We
I hope not.
continue
Yes.
with you. You are so
Fantastic.
yeah.
Wow. Great.
Although we found a lot of problems about your service, and like the delays and the qualities, what we expect,
Yes.
and it's damaged our company's representations.
Oh, yeah, I apologize for that.
And actually we found that it's almost out of our budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, look, what I will
well,
guarantee.
like I said,
Yeah.
it's project W and X,
Yes.
working was on top of it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
slightly on project
Yeah.
Y,
Yes.
it went off track in project Z. And that's the only focus. So you don't think that we're downgrading all the service in the last 3 projects, no.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only, our focus is only on the last one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, thank you for that.
We want to find solutions.
Correct. Look, we can, I appreciate the issues that you face, and I do apologize. I take that it's my responsibility as the head of the organisation. But also, on the other hand, we need to now draw a line in the sand, as they say. You know? In other words, we draw a line here and say, okay, that's the past now, and now we want to look forward. There's no point by the way, guys. You don't look back, you look forward, okay? What's done is done. We've identified our problems with you, and now we're going to set about fixing it. So now we want to start the relationship again, but moving into the future, okay? So what I'd like to do now is get my, the head of my PMO. Oh, sorry, I do. Oh, there's going to be more. Oh,
So
my
yeah,
God.
as you said, we're looking to the future.
Yes.
So, what we like to see in the future is you can provide some consistency
Yes.
about quality
Yeah.
and insurance control
Yes.
and some fail safe in the future. So essentially, I know we're business partners, right?
Yes.
And you have difficulties and you have risks, but we don't want to be, those risks be shifted to our side.
Correct.
Yeah. So, like commercial risk
That's right.
and
Yeah,
financial.
we need to
risk.
sort those
It
out
has to be
ourselves.
shared so that at the end, if you give us a risk and we are not getting a product on time, so it will face a lot of problems to us.
Absolutely agree.
And if we face a problem and if we lost a budget, we will deduct from your deposit.
Look, I've got no problem in penalties being applied, okay, which is called liquidated damages, LDs, by the way, guys, okay? I've got no problem with that because we need to stand up and be counted. So if we want to build into our future contracts, LDs, liquidated damages, they will apply under certain circumstances. Yes, then I'm happy to take that because that's what business is about. If I disrupt your business because of something my team has done, then we need to compensate you.
That's great. To summarize, the obvious problem lies with the communication and the reporting mechanisms.
Yeah.
All we want to ask is if you can provide a photographic report
Yes.
of the progressive.
Okay. I'm all for that,
Yeah.
yes.
That will show us where you are,
Yes.
what you need, and where you will. And
Okay,
then we can
cool.
also align that with the scope.
All right,
and the
one of my,
timeframe.
yeah, I agree. One of my team is going to come up with the project consultants that we use, they're going to give us some of the software that they use. And I'm sure that we can have an add-on to that so that as we get progressively completed at each milestone, we don't just tell you in a report, we actually show you what we've done. Yeah, okay, so it's a nice all-rounded communication.
And yeah, we are flexible, like, we are not that formal all the time. Like your manager, one of the team members, the key team members can update that informally
Oh, yeah.
during lunch or something, that's acceptable.
But we still need to
But then
have
we
a-
still need to have the report,
That's
like I
correct,
said.
yeah,
every
because
month.
I want them to be, especially if we've got a point of contact in your organisation, your
Yes.
point of opinion,
Yes.
yeah, then that's the person that we can talk to all the time.
Is it possible ask them to report to me weekly?
Yes, whatever you prefer, we put that in the service level agreement. So we need that from you to say, this is what we believe the service level agreement should be, and then we can negotiate that, of course, because there may be some things that we can't do. But once we agree, we'll both sign it, and then that's what we stick to. I will communicate that to my entire organisation, and they will know that that's what they've got to meet. It's not just talk, it's actually documented.
Yeah.
It becomes part of our communication process.
That's what I want actually.
One of the things is that we know that you like to disclose and accept our inspection from
Yeah.
time to time. To do that is to establish this accountability system.
Of course.
By that, not only just punishment if you don't meet the goal, but also if you get ahead of the schedule or make something excellent job.
Yeah.
We can also offer some bonus to this.
I like that.
Yeah, so
Somebody playing me music? Good idea. I think it needs to go both ways because if we're going to give you a marketing advantage, then yeah, happy to share in some of that benefits that you get, and that will act as an incentive for my team to perform even better. It's one of the drivers, a motivating this environment. Great, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much indeed, and I'm looking forward to us negotiating those SLAs and setting up the process as we go. Yeah, thank you. So I'll get my head of my PMO to explain what he's going to do, and then we'll, you can have your seats, and then we'll tell you what we're going to do for you as a customer. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.